It's good to get back to work after a couple days off. We look forward to just trying to better this team and come away with some victories.
Heard you on the radio yesterday say that last week you're about 70 to 75%. Where do you feel like you are percentage-wise right now?
I feel pretty good. Really can't put a percentage on it. I feel good, though. Can't wait to get out here and practice today, fly around. Yesterday was great. So you can feel the sense of urgency. You can feel guys' energy, and that's always a positive.
Teddy, what did you do on the days off?
I just went back home, see my family. That was it.
Was it nice to kind of get away?
Yeah. It was pretty cool to get away. Like I said before, when I'm away from the facility and away from football, sports don't exist. So it was great to just get away, be around family, detox a little bit, and then you come back, with the right mindset and just get back to work.
When the guy's been out as long as Jerry Jeudy has, how important are these next 3 days to recreate the chemistry you had pre-injury?
Jerry, he's a guy, man, who's quarterback friendly. So, I think he's one of those guys who, if you ask quarterbacks around the league, if he miss numerous days or weeks when he's out there, man, he just finds a way to get open. He runs routes. He communicates with the quarterback with his route running. So that's why I say he's quarterback friendly. He's a guy who's easy to throw the ball to. So, we just want to make sure that we get him going this week in practice, get his wind going, his conditioning up, things like that, and hopefully come Sunday he's ready to go.
You're a captain. You're a captain. Guys clearly respect you. Do you have a feeling the locker room's still connected right now? And how do you balance that sense of urgency without pressing, which obviously doesn't work real well in the NFL when you press?
Yeah, it's definitely a locker room that's still together, and you can sense, like, man, it's no panic. I said it to the guy yesterday. I'm like, man, hey, we got to have a sense of urgency. It's not time to panic, but it almost is because this thing can go in the wrong direction fast. But I think if we have that sense of urgency and we go out there with the right mindset, it starts in practice. Though we practice with the right mindset, we make this competitive environment. We can turn this thing around. We're sitting at 3-4. I think you look at it, we played 10 games, 3 preseason games, 7 regular season games. So we're right at the halfway point, and we're not in a bad position. We like to be in a better position, but, that's on us. So all we can do is control what's in front of us. We can't, go back and fix what happened in the past. So if we have that right mindset, like, hey, man, we got so many more opportunities, the past won't even matter.
You're a stoic, calm sort. There's been the last couple games it looked like the intensity you guys came out with didn't match the opponents. Do you ever, dial it up, fire and brimstone type of as a leader, as a quarterback, or is that just not you?
With this game, man, certain guys, get themselves going in certain ways. And you have those guys who need that pep talk, that rah-rah, that certain music. But, I'm the guy, man, who's just going to be calm always and, make sure that guys believe that, they're special, they're here for a reason. Continue to build guys' confidence up until kickoff and throughout the course of the game. So it's a locker room, though, who has a ton of guys who have confidence in themselves. They look forward to Sundays, just going out there and showcasing their talent. So, guys are, juiced up, mentally and ready to go on Sundays.
Nick just mentioned the old line about quarterback gets too much credit in a win and too much blame in a loss. In a 4-game losing streak, how much responsibility do you take on yourself, and kind of what you were asked earlier, how do you push these guys and push yourself without trying to do too much, which seldom works?
Honestly, man, that's a good question, and it starts with holding yourself accountable and taking ownership and what's going on here. I take full accountability of, not getting out to fast starts in games. The past game not being efficient early in games. I've turned the ball over a couple times these past couple games. Like, when you take accountability for those actions and you take ownership in it, it sends a message to the team. And that's all we've been talking about, just owning this thing. All the things that have been going wrong, you point the thumb at yourself. And when you win, you give your teammates all the credit. You point the finger at themselves. And that just goes back to it, like, hey, quarterback gets too much credit. I don't really care about the blame part, because I know that if I'm playing at my best, then we're in positions to win football games. So that's my mindset, just do whatever I can to help this team, win without trying to do too much.
Teddy, on third down in particular, how helpful is Jerry's ability to create separation off the line?
Yeah, he'll be very helpful. Just his ability to win, like I said, his deceptiveness in his route running, that stands out. So, it'll open some things up for everyone in this offense, having a guy like Jerry back. And we're excited that he's going to be out there.
You've mentioned the sense of urgency. How is the sense of urgency this week different than, say, last week going into Thursday night, or even the week before the Raider games?
No, man, it's hard to explain. It's really just like an energy thing, a vibe thing. When you're out here, you sense like guys have something, to prove. Guys have a chip on their shoulders, things like that. It's not that feeling of, all right, yeah, we say we got to have a sense of urgency. Let's just start fast. Like, you sense it, like, whether it's in the meetings, guys are clearing the locker room, 5 minutes early before meetings, like things like that, that it's those small things that are going to help us, when it comes to playing on the football field.
Was there any point last week that you maybe thought about not playing Thursday night? Did you ever get to that point?
I talked with Drew last week, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember, but I just talked with him. I just told him, hey, man, prepare like, it's your game, and that was it. Once the adrenaline got going, I got out of my own head, I just felt like, hey, man, I could go out there and do this. Thank you, guys.